One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Hattiesburg, Mississippi, the place they call the Rock and the home of the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Chanticleers will kick it away to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Golden Eagles offense will get first crack at it today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Dropping back, it's Gardner. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Golden Eagles decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A low line drive and short kick. So the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Edwards. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Powell. Creates a little room across the 25. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. And the Chanticleers are marching down the field. The give to the back. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
How about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. Gets it out quickly. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line, and it explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Coastal. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Pressure coming. And they'll bring him down for the sack.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
Under fire. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Golden Eagles will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A low line drive and not his best work. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. To the air, it's Applewhite. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
On the direct snap, it's Powell. It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on 1st down that just goes awry?
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him. He tackles him for no gain.
Fights off a defender. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
He's got it and still on his feet. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina.
Well, when you call the wheel route, you need to have the right matchup, and that time they did. It was the linebacker on the running back, one-on-one. He uses his speed, beat him to the outside. That's about as easy as it can get.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Purdue is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Purdue, Pete, isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Wisconsin. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Golden Eagles headed quickly to the line. Looking for a man, it's Gardner. Right on the money. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Defense playing a bail technique. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. The Golden Eagles will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Offense in a bunch formation. The receiver on the jet sweep. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
Trying to set up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Back to pass, it's Applewhite. Using the quick game. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
I mean, what great athletic ability to toe tap the sidelines and keep him in bounds. What a 1-yard gain.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Unloads it left. It's complete. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. The quick out. Wide open spaces. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
The Chanticleers have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the run, it's Powell. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Deep in enemy territory, ball's at the 3. They can pick up a 1st down without scoring a touchdown, and here they go on 4th and short. Oh, they're after him! Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And he was... with everything he had, Jesse, trying to reach whatever he could, scratch, crawl, fight for that little bit of yardage he needed to get the 1st down, but it didn't look like he was going to get there anyway.
No, ball security, it still has to be at a premium, though, David. 5 points of pressure, right? Fingertips, palms, forearms, biceps, and chest. Moving on forward in this game, got to do a better job, because this defense, they're going to be trying to rip the ball free.
Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on 1st down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Here comes the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
And the Golden Eagles need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. The give to the back. Quick spin on the run. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be 4th down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Coastal Carolina.
So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. And that is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
And that hurts, missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
Back to throw, it's Applewhite. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Hattiesburg. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the rock.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Golden Eagles will kick it away to crank up the second half. Great starting point. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the tailback. Runs through a tackle. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field. Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Powell. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the shot that clears come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Applewhite. He's got it. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The play action fake. Quickly to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Looking downfield on first down. Quick strike complete. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. The shot that clears come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to run for it. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
And that's a great sign for this offense, because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first.
He's trying to get it in. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, shot to clear. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Purdue is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up 14 over Wisconsin. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They go to the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one. And the Golden Eagles will hustle to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He'll keep it himself. The Golden Eagles get enough for the first down.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Here's the pressure. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. To throw, it's Gardner. Fires one high and deep. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
This offense has it with really good field position. Might be changing the route. Toss to the outside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wideout. Oh, it's a reverse. And the defense played that one beautifully, and they'll knock him down for a loss.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead, and a lot of times for a loss, and put the offense in a bind.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. And the shot that clears will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. The kick is on its way. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession play.
Pocket breaking down. Slips away. Trying to escape and get it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And the Golden Eagles come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Gardner. Got his man downfield. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. The Golden Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed over the middle, it's Carter. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Off the play fake. Wiggles free. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Going to swing it on second down. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And the Golden Eagles are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
So now it's 2nd and long. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten. At this point, you've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but